Your potential is what God gave you, what the universe imprinted into your soul. That's why it turns into pain if you suppress it, because it is hurting for you. The universe is hurting for you because you're not using what you've been given. And if you're not using what you've been given, you can't experience what you want to see, because it only happens through you. Hey my friends, welcome back to a new video. Today we are in a very beautiful scenery. This is a Croatian sea. We are on an island called Pag, and I have a special message for you, as today we have the new moon and we have a solar eclipse. We have very potent energies, and many of you are feeling like you're kinda leaving your past behind, right? Breaking the chains and beginning a new story, beginning a new chapter. I want to remind you there's art to detachment. You know, when you choose to leave something behind, there's an art to detachment. And you have to detach, you know? You have to let go of these anchors if you want to enter into a new life. And you also need to learn to embrace uncertainty through finding wisdom in what is finding you spontaneously, right? To really embrace the wisdom from what is finding you spontaneously. And that is so, it is an art. Like just yesterday I was driving around. I was actually sleeping here in my camper van. I was driving around. I came onto this island and I was looking for this, official camping areas, and all of them were closed because the tourist season is still not opened yet. So I was driving around and I thought, well, where will I place myself to sleep, right? And I couldn't find any of these official camping areas until I found this place here. It's quite wild. But when I came here, I got to see the incredible sunset down there, and it was so beautiful. And I said, well, maybe all these places were closed, so I could come here, right? And when we learn to see that actually when we think that our life is kind of going against us, actually our life is preparing us for what's truly meant to be experienced. And often what's meant to be experienced need to be fully accepted, right? You need to accept what is finding you. You need to accept what is being revealed to you, what is happening in your life, and stop controlling so much of how things are going. Look, this new moon in Aries has a very beautiful symbol to it. Aries is this very driven symbol, very driven sign, and it's because of its energy imprint. So when you're thinking about Aries, you can think about someone who's very disciplined, very goal-oriented, very driven by heart, but often because he or she is trying to prove something to others. Because you want to be seen as someone who's great, as someone who's strong, as someone who's tough. While if we upgrade our perception a little bit, our way of sensing what's important, we may recognize that it's not about proving myself to anyone else but myself, because for such a long time I've been suppressing my own potential, and potential suppressed turns into pain, right? So I've been suppressing my own potential because I was trying to please others, I was trying to prove myself to others, I was trying to do all kinds of things for others, and never for myself. So when was the last time you've looked yourself into the mirror and asked yourself, am I all that I can be? Am I all that I can be? Or What could I change so I can really become proud of myself? What could I change so I can really become grateful for this miracle of life? Because most people are not grateful. Most people are not grateful. So what could you change so you can become very, very grateful for the miracle of life? What could you change? Is this adding some discipline into your life? Is this maybe being a little bit more organized, maybe a little less organized, a bit more free, like traveling around a little bit more? Is this setting your goals? Is this having a bright vision for something that is not present yet, but you know you can accomplish it because you're a visionary, awakening the spirit of a visionary? Is that you? You know, new moons are often these times for intentions, for beginnings, for starting something fresh. Like right now we're starting a fresh new day. There's a sunrise on this side. It's a very important time, especially with this solar eclipse that is just, you know, shattering the energies that are not serving you anymore. We've been talking a lot about change, right? We've been talking a lot about change in our recent videos. The destiny of a warrior is greater than his wounds, right? You don't need to wait to heal in order to embody who you can be, right? You don't need to wait to heal. Actually, through embodiment, you will heal because you will stop repeating the old. Look, the true healing actually happens once you stop repeating what you've started doing after you've been hurt. Can you feel that? The true healing happens after you stop repeating what you've started doing after you've been hurt. As a little kid, most probably you've been quite confident, right? Playing around, enjoying in your creative imagination. Like, oh, what else is possible here? Until somebody laughed at you, or somebody said something mean to you, or somebody did some weird stuff to you. And you've suppressed all of that playfulness, and you've embodied hurt. You've embodied hurt because hurt is a great protective mechanism. You know, when you're hurt, you close yourself down and you protect yourself from the outside world so it would not repeat. But if it becomes your only known reality, you will be protecting yourself also from the good stuff, from the good people, from open-hearted people. Because you think everybody is here to hurt you. And that's when you also start hurting yourself, right? Not listening your own needs, not listening your own desires, not listening your own urges, not having anything to aim towards because you feel like a failure. If you feel like a failure frequently, it's actually okay. It's actually completely okay. You should actually often feel like what you've tried didn't work. Because until we master something, until we become so good at something that we can say, oh, I've actually become really very, very skillful at this, we'll feel often like a failure because we have very high expectations. And you know, when these expectations are like this high, then until we reach them, we will feel like we are not there yet, right? So it's completely okay if you are being hard on yourself when things like that are happening, but also then take time and retreat from all this game you're playing and remind yourself you are not these goals, and your self-worth doesn't come from reaching these goals. Your self-worth comes from your heart because it is beating, which means you're worthy of life, and life is everything. So this is the source of self-worth. Don't do these things for your own self-worth. Don't chase these goals for your own self-worth. Chase them because you want to see what else is possible, because the expansion of yourself is more important than suppression of your own gifts. That's why you should chase your goals, your vision, become more, to see this expansion, because at some point you expand to such a degree that your life is not just about yourself, right? It becomes about many people you touch. Like when I've started making these videos, at the beginning it was about myself, like I want to grow this YouTube channel. It was all about I want to grow this. I want to, have more views. I want to do something with it. I want to share my art with the world. I. Until it started growing and we've started receiving feedback from many of you, and I've noticed, well, now it's not about me anymore. Now it's about people we touch. Look, so many people have changed their lives because they've come across this video. So I've noticed I've expanded myself to such a degree that my life was not about myself anymore. My life have become about everything I can reach to make something better out of it, or at least to inspire a change that can improve ourselves, that can find greater depths within ourselves, right? So it starts with us. That's why if you feel like you're at the bottom, this new moon will help you so much to ascend from there. But not the moon that is helping you. It's you using the energies right now that will help you. It's you that you are helping yourself. That's why so many of you are feeling right now like you deserve a change. You can't tolerate any BS anymore. You can't, you don't want to stay stuck in the past anymore because it's history. The past is history, right? How the quote goes, you know it. The past is history, tomorrow is mystery, and today is a gift. That's why it's called the present, right? So as you're walking on this journey, remind yourself who's truly doing the walking. Who's truly doing the walking. It's not the hurts, it's not what happened to you in the past, it's not what they said to you, it's what you choose to do right now with what you have. It's what you choose to do. And who is choosing? Who is choosing right now? Your hurts or your potential? Who is choosing? What will you do in the next moment? Your hurts or your potential? Who is choosing how your future will turn out to be? Your hurts or your potential? Your potential is what God gave you, what the universe imprinted into your soul. That's why it turns into pain if you suppress it, because it is hurting for you. The universe is hurting for you because you're not using what you've been given. And if you're not using what you've been given, you can't experience what you want to see, right? Because it only happens through you. What you want only happens through you. It doesn't happen through someone else. Sure, when you embody all of yourself, when you are all of yourself, when you allow the freedom of being yourself to be completely embodied, integrated in your body, also other people will come and support you. They will say, you're doing an incredible job. Can I support you here? Can I help you with this? Can I, support you here? Some will give you an emotional support. Some will give you a hug. Accept all of that, right? So Aries is all about determination, perseverance, right? It's not an easy journey. Life here on this planet is not an easy journey. It's not. But I think it doesn't need to be easy. Like when you find really something that is important to you, like something that could not just improve your life, but maybe life of your family or life of your friends or life of your community, you find out that because it's not easy, it's very fun and interesting. Overcoming yourself brings you the most satisfaction, right? It's very interesting that, maybe 50, 60, 70 years ago, like my parents' generation, they've been experiencing so much more pain than pleasure, right? So much more pain than pleasure. And therefore, little good things that happened in their lives brought such an incredible satisfaction. They didn't need much. They didn't need much because their lives were quite harder than ours right now, in a sense of like, right now to find something pleasurable is so easy that you don't need to do much, right? So you kind of trained yourself to believe that pleasure comes easy, so hard things in life are unworthy to deal with. But that's why we need the wisdom of elders. We need the wisdom of people who are living completely different lives, to recognize that what you have today is a miracle. It's a blessing, like a phone with which you have access to all the information. You can connect with anyone on all parts of the world. Don't lose yourself because of all of that. It's a miracle what we have, but if we use it just for pleasure, we'll stop looking at the importance and wisdom of challenges. That's why if you study the history, you will notice, well, when for people just to have some free time was already a luxury, every time they had a free time, they've enjoyed it. They've unified with their friends, their family, and they've enjoyed it. Right? What we are doing now, we grab our phones and we just look what's happening. So don't let all these changes that happen in recent years take you astray. There's still something big inside of your heart that is way more important than what people say on social media, what happened on the other side of the world, what your parents say you should do. It's way more important. Why? Because that will give you the greatest possible satisfaction. It's not the pleasure that you get from reaching your goals and experiencing your dreams, but it's the pleasure that comes from perseverance, from overcoming yourself and noticing that you're truly what's hidden behind your beliefs. You're truly what's hidden behind your unconscious habits. You know, habits happen out of repetition of something. But when you really initiate something new, like a new behavior, a new plan, a new vision, a part of you that was sleeping will wake up and you will feel charged for it. You will feel like all fired up and you will want to move stuff forward, right? So firstly, allow yourself the freedom of being yourself, but then also allow others to be who they are. Don't try to change them. Don't try to fix anyone. This is the art of detachment, right? As we're moving forward in life, we have to learn the art of detachment. We should stop trying to change what is happening. We can only change what we are doing, but we can't change what is happening, right? Focus on what's in your hands. Then stop trying to change others. Stop trying to help others if they are not willing to accept your help. They will come and ask you for help. They will come and ask you for an advice. If they don't come, stop trying to fix them. We're all living our own stories, right? So write your own, my friend. Write your own story. So I will leave you here. I hope you found a great joy in today's message. I hope you enjoyed in this magnificent scenery. Hey my friends, I hope you've enjoyed in today's video. I want to remind you that we've just opened a fresh new store called AttractPassion.com, where you can find all of my work. Original paintings, you can find prints of all of my art in different sizes, so go there and check it out, AttractPassion.com. If you will use the code PASSION15, you will get 15 off onto your first order. So go there and check it out. And to anyone who would love to work with me one-on-one, I'm offering one-on-one coaching. We have some free spots once again. You can go and check out the link in the description of this video where you can find everything there. So go and check it out. If you would like to do something with the inspiration that you feel right now, it will help you so much to transform your life. I want you to do something with it. If you feel inspired, you have to do something with it. So my friends, till next time, one love.